Hi everybody. It's been a while. I've been away to the Dominican Republic, swimming with the humpback whales, and taking some time out to process everything that came up, um, both before and after. It's been a fascinating journey, not just about swimming with the whales, but just the whole experience has been really enlightening in many, many ways. And so I'm still integrating, still processing. But I was called today to do a recording for you all, so trying to step back into my normal routine of one-to-ones and crystal readings and yeah, of course, here on the YouTube. So it's this wood elf is fossilized wood, and the title I've been given for today's recording is A Dive into Sovereignty. Um, So I love the fact there's a little diving reference because although we weren't diving with the humpback whales, we were swimming and there's a water element. A digging deeper. I just getting prompts in my head. A digging deeper. Um, what's been coming up for me over a few months now, the weeks leading up to me going away in January. So I guess probably since sort of Christmas time, it's more layers of empowerment, layers of what I'm seeing is layers of mistruth, layers of abuse within spiritual communities. With my clients, I'm seeing it a lot more within personal relationships. Your normal, I say normal, your narcissistic patterns, husband and wife things, or maybe sort of within business. I've been seeing a little bit more with it sort of coming up sort of in my eyes around the spiritual community. And it's been interesting lessons to try and watch and observe, understanding my triggers, what's bringing up for me, sort of the shadows from my past, and then observing my response to to these triggers. These people that are you hope will lead by example, but end up actually being rather destructive in their patterns of behaviour. It's been really quite fascinating. Um, yes, and yeah, the title, A Dive into Sovereignty. So for me, sovereignty is about the autonomy, about you being in control of your own experiences, having your own ability to make your own choices, to be able to use your voice, to be able to control your boundaries, not have to engage in disrespectful relationships, to have that choice if you're able. I know it's difficult if you're obviously a child and you're living with sort of parents that are being disempowering in some way, or you're finding that within school teachers or bosses, depending on your age. There's lots of situations where we have trouble walking away from these difficult environments, and obviously even walking away from the difficult emotions. But at some point, we've got to face them and kind of see where our triggers are, see the past that we've got to heal, and really stand in our potential. And this is kind of it's been a big learning for me, going through more layers of that recently. And yeah, seeing this just mirrored so many times with my clients as well, with the traumas they're going through. Yeah, sovereignty again, autonomy, having this potential to, yeah, set boundaries of respect in whatever that means to you. Having the power to say no, having the will to stand up to your ideals. There's lots. Anyway, I better get on. Otherwise, I'll just talk, and it's not about that, is it? It's not about my ideas. It's about what's going to come through from this crystal. I'm feeling very, very grounding. So it's a wood crystal, wood elf. Can't remember the eyes. It might be tiger's eye. Really can't remember. It's about this. So I'm going to do some light language. Linking in, yes, with aspects of me predominantly that sort of do the light language, but also linking in with the energy of the crystal. The crystal may well come up for sale. It's not up for sale at the moment. It's in my personal collection and working with me, as you can tell. But it may well come up for sale in the future. So if you are interested in crystal sales, crystal purchases, should I say, then please do find me and message me. Of course, you can message me on here, but you can also find me on WhatsApp. I've got an email, louise.rhodes8@gmail.com, which is in little letters here beneath the elf. My website is louiserhodes.co.uk. So just my name and then co.uk. Yeah, or find me on Facebook. Just type in Louise Rhodes and light language and you'll find me. Okay, deep dive into sovereignty. So you'll hear the sounding from my voice. If I'm shifting through layers, it can, I see that you'll see this more in one-to-ones. It can make me shake, it can make me burp. There isn't so much of that on here, but it may make you purge in some way. So it may be the coughing, the burping, the yawning. Again, just know that sort of you are being held in a safe space here to sort of to process and release whatever's coming into your energy field from this. So a deep dive into sovereignty. Mama did it. Opening up all your abilities of being a seer. Marakosi bidar kuri ra baba de surshura baba but you arra ana ana arre. How do you source your restructuring from your environment? Do you still have shadows to release? Or are you seeking a new potential? Of course, there's going to be a release of anger, a release of disrespect for some. But also holding you all in harmony. And just hearing the words, some may see this as a cage, but actually it's representing a clamshell. So yeah, there's definitely an ocean element within this as well. This is my hand. If people aren't listening, my hand is forming this shape of a clamshell or a prison, depending on your perspective. Of course, there can be a crossover at any time. Some may feel this light language is very special, very fluid. Very freeing. For others, this light language will dig deeper into their passions, dig into their regrets. But believe me, even from that, there's reframing into possibilities. In other words, we are going to approach sovereignty from different angles. Ultimately, we want you all to surface with freedom. You will hear me speaking in some different dialects. Some of them will more than likely bring up some deep emotions. Hold yourself in a place of peace as far as you can. And then just allow us to sing in some different voices. Sila yo tu masiae, soko e tu atue, zomaratu kinasar, zomaritu tie, moshar, moshar, momariti sietie, momareti atue, momaritu sitaetie. Momerato kirae, melarato, misarato, misarete amortar. Momorete, mamarato, sikirato shinare. Bisaranto, bisarente, mesaranto kinasar. Momorotus, mamarotus, mamarotu kirae. Besarantus, bisarente, mamoroturature. Besarantus, bilarantus, micarantus, siara. Bibarantus, bibarantus, milarato, hiaie. Mesarantus, misarente, mamaratu kumae. Moranate, momarate, momarato siae. Belalatus, bilalete, momarato comare. Bisarentos, bisarantos, milarato kiaiar. Momarete, momarete, morono sorati. Bisarentos, bisarentos, milaranto kumae. Bilalate, bilalate, momoroto sitayar. Momoete, mesarantos, milalato etema. Mobaeto, hiae, momoe, yahoe. Arrachakortese. Mesere kapuskushariti, arrti, arra, feel yourself shifting through possibilities. Melar hurriamega sorgabde archarretu ratu arre arre ana arre arre ana arre. You are the salt of the earth in your environment. Esara go butega putu arre shikabarkari. Of course, you won't feel that expansion unless you have the will to succeed. Errado to say we appreciate this doesn't always feel like a choice. But we're going to push through a few buttons, allow this will to come into your fore. Some people are still very much seeing their past as poison. And some of you are still taking this anger into your future. They appreciate they can't work with all poisonous memories. But please focus on your will to see through this and into the vision of a future. That's bright with potential. Mama Essa per cosa arrra baba de cosa arrando baba de cosa arra baba de arre 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 arre. We're not going to disrespect any teachers in your passions. Neither are we going to make you completely in charge of your potential. We're just going to give you the foresight and the will. Some of the choices are still in your destiny. But it's still up to you whether you see those choices and whether you take that challenge, whether you proceed. Making choices is a big part of your personality. You have sovereign choice in all things. It's important that you see when there's lack of choice. Makes you feel frightened. I'm recognizing when it makes you feel determined. Miracles really are being served. Mercy. Laissez Barakush parentes, basi basi, Barakush. Melarkush arre artush arre. You are on a collision course for something successful. Yes, vedas. Beba Barakush arregabakush arregut arre 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 arre. Now think about what you call success. Marot. Milash, Maratus, Kare, Besti, Besti, Melaratur, Karepitantusi, Perano, what do you see as your significant passions? You don't need to elaborate on these yet. The teachers around you will show you this significant potential. Some of you are still sourcing your freedom. But when you're ready, these passions will be shown. Mercy. There really is magic in this guidance. Of course, we can't make something out of nothing without your voice. You need to open your passions in all of your potential. We really can wake up something significant in everybody. Of course, this can be creative potential. It may be raising an army of passions. It may be just being simple enough to close some doors. Close the doors on the past and just look for that remake. Come on. Dokilelo ranto. Sikae tomae. Mesarentos, milarantos, milarato comaretiaiane, mesarencos, milaranto, misaranto kirasitaianare, bimamohe, bimamohe, mesaranto kirasitaiaie, bela lokai, bela lokai, mesalanto kirasitaiamare, Memoete, memorato, kisaranto kiranos kamaratue, pesalatos, pilalantos, mikanotro kirasu haretie, memomoha, memomoha, zelaroto siteato ayaye, besarantos, besarantos, Kikanoto kirasi te amore, bilaronte, bilalonta, mekorato siteato maye, momorina, momorina, zikamora kitesi anotae, momorite, momorite, mesaranto curanete ayaye, Bilalohe, Bilaloha, Misarantu kirase, ay, 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 ay. Bezrakushite, Mesrakushka. Hirantus, Hirantus, Minaratus, Miaye, Hiarantus, Hiarantus, Milalatu kiraros karanotaye, Bomorontus, Bomorete, Zamoroto kirar soranotayar, Milaronke, Milalonke, Morano sakaranuti ayama, Bilaronta, Bilaronta, Besaranto kirasi alehie, Prekusha, Prokushati, Basi basi. Urranneti, re, 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 urre, re, rana, re, bra. You will sing your own song when you're ready. Beserekuskranos. Bese base, base base. Yes, bra, bastu. Yes, 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 bra. Much kitty. And I love that. You will sing your own song when you're ready. Okay, I've drawn to a close. Thank you. And I'm really pleased in a way that I brought through that different sounding. Anybody that knows me will recognize the sing-songy sounding. The Miseranto, Miserente. That's the new light language. When I was in the Dominican Republic, there was three of us. There was five of us in the group in total. 19 of us on a boat going out to see the whales, but there's five on a spiritual ascension mission. And there was three of us went out to some waterfalls, and I got lost from the group. I wasn't in any danger whatsoever. I just got diverted into a different, on a tour with a different party. At the time, it upset me, and it was quite traumatic. But I think I knew then even. I've had a lot of lives in the Dominican Republic and Haiti. I've always seen Haitian experiences. I've seen them for quite a few years. Um, but it felt like it was bringing up a lot of traumas, and some of that was around abandonment and getting lost. Of course, some of the past lives might have been, quite horrific, your child trafficking things in Haiti, etc. But it was drawing up those layers, and there was a weird beauty in it. I was separated from the party I was with. It was like being separated from your parents. Um, but it triggered lots and lots of memories in my subconscious. And I was singing this song. I just sort of sat on a rock, sort of, while people were kind of playing and enjoying the waterfalls, and just sang to the walls around me, sang to anybody that was listening, sang to my own soul. And it was that song that came out. It appeared that day, but then I've been singing it a lot since, sort of walking down the beach in the Dominican Republic. There's a little clip of me on the beach in the Dominican, on Facebook, if you care to look. And you'll see me in a beach hat, and you'll see the beach behind me in the deck chairs. And it's there. I sing that same song. So please do check it out. And for me, it brings up a lot of emotions. It's a very beautiful song, but there's a lot of grief and a lot of holding, and it allows quite a gentle release of trauma in a beautiful, really compassionate way. So I'd be really interested to kind of know what you feel with that new sounding, what it brings up for you. Well, please do comment on the whole of this light language, um, and what you what you what you discover, what you find out about yourself when you're kind of listening to my YouTube clips. It's lovely to hear your stories, and it's beautiful to meet with, because I know it's lovely when there's a few people on here, and they'll make regular comments, and then eventually they'll be brave enough to kind of press the button and send me an email and request for a one-to-one, and then I get to meet you all face to face, and it's lovely. I absolutely adore it. I really do. I love working with people, and I hope I can stick around doing this for as long as um, as long as my path enables. I guess I may get distracted onto other things at some point if I'm meant to. But at the moment, I really enjoy doing the one-to-ones, and I enjoy the YouTube clips. Yeah, and I'm just loving my journey. Even if it does bring up some difficult triggers on occasion, it's all witness, isn't it? It's all beautiful. It really is. You do eventually. I know it's hard if you're stuck in trauma and you're stuck in deep patterns. It's not so easy just to emotionally step out of it and see it. But once you get to a certain stage where you can just feel into those triggers when they kind of pop to the surface, and see it from a very neutral perspective, and just understand the deeper layers in everybody. It's not just yourself, it's watching those traumas and bearing witness to the traumas within other people, and why they behave in what can feel like very bizarre and peculiar ways. Really, I'm thinking about the controllers, and the manipulators. Um, anyway, and those people that don't respect boundaries, it can feel very, very intrusive and very odd. Anyway, it is what it is. All right, I hope all this helps. I hope it finds your freedom, helps you find your freedom, helps you with your sovereignty potential is the word I'm hearing. And again, find me for crystal sales. This lovely elf may come up for sale to the right person. I always do readings beforehand for crystal sales. I'll do a little light language recording, check they're right for you. It's very rare that I say no, but I have done on occasion, or sometimes there'll be a crystal I'll put up on my Facebook page, and I'll get 3 people asking for it, and I'll kind of like, nah, it's got to go to that person. So I will make the ultimate choice, if there is more than one person interested. I like to know they go to the right people. You know, they're tools at the end of the day, and they're working tools in my experience. And they have their own power, their own sovereignty, their own choice, their own potential. I like to respect that, I really do. And if they're not ready to release, I won't release them. Um, right. I think I'm done. I may be back. It may be tomorrow, it may be a week, it may be a month. I really don't know. It might be later this afternoon if I get a shout. Anyway, um, bye for now. Yeah, keep messaging. I like reading the comments. Bye.